Easy rider on the highway.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's cozy fall night. I'm excited to spend some time with you guys in the kitchen, just cooking up a fall inspired recipe and then just kind of spend the rest of the night with you guys. As always, if you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, we are doing a fall inspired recipe today, so I do quickly want to say thank you to Winegars for sponsoring today's video.
I keep this folded at the corner.
Okay friends, I'm very excited to unpack all of the goodies Winegars sent over. If you have not heard of Winegars, they're actually the first ever Bake from Frozen subscription box for sourdough bread, fresh pastas, and artisanal pastries. I personally am very excited for the convenience of these items. They are actually freezer to table ready in 25 minutes, so every item bakes in 25 minutes or less, so you can enjoy homemade quality items very quickly. And again, in the season of life I am in, the convenience of having this so quickly is just so important. I'm personally very excited to try the sourdough bread. I have seen it all over my social medias, but I just don't have the time to dedicate to learning how to make it and so on and so forth. So I'm super excited to try it out. If you also want to check out Winegars, be sure to click on my link in the description and use my code CAST to get $30 off your first box. Plus, you'll also get free croissants in every single box. So again, thank you so much to Winegars for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to check out that description box. And again, thank you so much to Winegars for sending over all those amazing items. I'm so excited to try all of them out. But for tonight's dinner, we will be trying a few of them, starting with the tonarelli they sent over. We are gonna make a pumpkin fall inspired spaghetti. Also, we will be trying out the sourdough bread. I'm so excited for this because I honestly can't remember if I've ever tried sourdough, but I've seen it everywhere. Everyone is baking their own sourdough, and as much as I've wanted to try that out, I just don't have the time. So having it sent over in this form where it's frozen and I can directly just put it in the oven is so convenient for me right now. So we're gonna give it a try. Hopefully it is just as amazing as everyone makes it seem. So I thought spaghetti with the sourdough bread and a little bit of butter on it would be absolutely amazing. And of course, we have to have dessert. So we are gonna go ahead and make the cookies they sent over. These are the giant snickerdoodle cookies. I don't think I'll be making all of them, maybe like 2 or 3, but this will be the perfect way to end our night tonight with some pumpkin coffee maybe. We will see, but nonetheless, I'm so excited to just spend some time with you guys in the kitchen making these recipes. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Wagon going slow. Windows open, you are basking.
Okay friends, we are going to start off by making our sausage for our recipe, which if you asked me, I had no idea you could actually make your own sausage, but the recipe I am following really details it perfectly. So I'm starting off by showing you guys the spices I will be using, but of course I will have measurements and the exact ingredients down below in the description box. To be completely honest with you guys, I did follow the recipe, but I completely eyed the amount of seasonings I used. I followed my heart, but that was a personal decision, so you guys can definitely just follow the recipe exactly as I listed down below. But like I said, I'm starting off by making my sausage. So I am using a ground turkey, and then I just used a little bit of olive oil, added the ground turkey, and now I'm gonna season it all up and just make sure I brown this until there is absolutely no pink.
Arms sweeping the sky. It was then I had I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner.
And while this finishes cooking, I'm also going to go ahead and start boiling my water. I will also add some salt in here. This is where I'll be cooking the pasta wild grain sent over. So I just want to make sure this is nice and boiled before we add our pasta. But as you guys can see here, the sausage is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and just transfer this over to an empty container because I am going to use the same pan for the next step, which is making the pasta sauce.
11 miles on and off day, and your shadow to the coast, past the
And once again, I am measuring with my heart, but I did start with some olive oil, some butter, and some garlic. I went ahead and just cooked the garlic until it was fragrant, and then I started adding my seasonings, which all of them are the same that we used for the sausage, with the exception that I also added onion powder to this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this cooking, and then of course there is a couple more ingredients you guys will see in just a bit.
not forget, folded at the corner so that I could not forget.
So for this sauce, the main ingredient is a pumpkin. So I did go ahead and add the milk beforehand, and then I added a little bit of flour just to thicken up this mixture before I went in and added the pumpkin puree and the tomato paste. So here I am just adding those seasonings I was telling you guys about. Again, all of the ones are the same from the sausage. I just am adding onion powder as well. But once again, all the ingredients and measurements will be listed down below in the description box. But I'm going to mix all of this up. And then, like I said, I am adding the pumpkin puree and the tomato paste.
It is easy now to see you with your hand out on the wind. I keep this folded at the corner.
Okay, friends, so while I'm mixing this up, I do want to ask you guys, is there something that you guys make that your husbands or significant others do not like? Because for me, it is spaghetti of any kind. Jonathan is very iffy about it. So to be fair, I knew that he was going to be iffy about this recipe going in, as you guys will see in the taste test. But sometimes I am just craving spaghetti. I love spaghetti. I love normal, regular spaghetti. So I was really excited for this recipe. And honestly, I can tell you guys, now that I have had it, I really liked it. I rated it a 9 out of 10. But yes, do not let yourself be swayed by Jonathan's taste test because he's just impartial, you guys. But anyways, I'm just finishing off that sauce by adding some Parmesan cheese. The recipe calls for half a cup, which I do think I stuck to. And then I'm just gonna mix that all up before moving on to adding the spinach. And yeah, I'm just gonna mix that all up, and later on I will be adding the sausage. Okay, you guys, and now I'm gonna go ahead and cook the pasta. The instructions said that it would take 6 to 8 minutes for it to fully cook, so I just went ahead and left that step towards the end once my pasta sauce was ready. And honestly, I really like how detailed and how precise the instructions on the wild grain items were. They were really easy to follow, and yeah, super simple. So I just have that pasta cooking while I'm adding the sausage into my pasta sauce, and then I will be adding the pasta into the sauce. But while I wait for it to cook, I also am going to start preheating my oven to 400 degrees so I can then pop the sourdough bread inside. And yeah, just going to get that done.
Station wagon going slow. Windows open, you are basking in the blue.
And while my pasta drains, I am very excited for the sourdough bread. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the oven. Again, the instructions were super clear and simple to follow. It just said to put it in the middle rack of my oven. And that is exactly what I did. It said not to use a baking tray. So here I am just adding it into my oven. And it was so easy, you guys. It was done within 25 minutes. And you guys, it was absolutely delicious, but I will get to that in just a bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and again just wait for this bread to be done. And while it is being done, I am gonna add that pasta into our pasta sauce. Of course, I had to keep some noodles and a little bit of the pasta sauce to the side for my son. And yes, I thought it was delicious, you guys, but nonetheless, I will go ahead and pull out the bread in just a bit. I pulled it out once the crust was nice and a golden brown, which again is what the instructions said to do. So that is what I did. And then of course I'm gonna serve and plate everything up, and then we are gonna sit down, have dinner. And again, we have that taste test coming up. So yeah, hope you guys stick around to the end. We are also making some very delicious cookies.
So that I could not forget. Shadow to the coast, past the surf and whitewashed beaches.
Okay, friend, we have both. Are you behind the bush? Anyways, we have both Jonathan's here, but the main one for the taste test. I'm not going to tell you what type of spaghetti it is because, to be fair, he actually doesn't like spaghetti most of the time. So I don't want to let you know what's in it. Just taste it and tell us what you think. And then there's some butter for the bread if you want some.
Let's take a look at this fancy little bread right there.
Fancy little bread.
Are you saying, little buddy, you prefer tacos? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You want the tacos? See? What is it, like sausage? Spaghetti?
Yeah. You got one of the ingredients, yeah.
And like cheddar?
Cheddar?
Cheese?
If you guess, you get $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Like some oregano right there.
Spinach.
Spinach.
It's pumpkin.
It's pumpkin spaghetti?
Yeah.
Alright.
What would you rate it?
Give it a spaghetti out of 10.
What does that mean?
It means that I don't like spaghetti, but I'll eat it.
If you like spaghetti, what would your rating be?
If I like spaghetti, it would be spaghetti.
10?
It would be spaghetti.
Give me a number.
I don't know. How am I supposed to know, baby?
Is it good? Like,
you like spaghetti, right?
yeah, I
Then
really
you
liked
rate
it. I thought it was like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. All right. You heard it here first, guys.
9 out of 10 from me, and spaghetti from Jonathan.
Yep.
And the true critic is Johnny Baby over here. So Anyways, I'll see you guys in a bit.
With your arms sweeping the sky, it was then I had a knowing you were waving.
And the last treat for tonight were these cookies that they sent over. Again, the instructions were very clear and easy to follow. I actually popped these in the oven before my son went down for bed. So they finished baking and I was able to pull them out and let them cool down while I was putting my son to bed. So once he was down for the night, it was so nice to come out to some coffee that Jonathan had already brewed, and the cookies were nice and cool and they were absolutely scrumptious. But you guys will see in just a bit, that is how we ended our night. Just some cookies, a cup of coffee, and just some cuddles on the couch. I am very, very happy that my son has been sleeping through the night for quite a few months now. So it's just been nice to have that quality time once again with my husband, and sometimes alone. Sometimes he gets alone time, sometimes I get alone time, but nonetheless, I just love this time of the year when it's just so cozy and so nice. And yeah, I just fully enjoyed my afternoon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, spending some time with me in the kitchen. I hope you give the pasta recipe a shot despite Jonathan's review. Again, I'm just stuck on his review because I'm used to getting 10s, you guys, okay? I'm used to it. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and sit down. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next one, which I believe my next video is my last fall related video before we jump into Christmas. But I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Easy rider on the highway, station wagon going slow, windows open, you are basking in the bluegrass radio. It is easy now to see you with your hand out on the wind. I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget.